pages 96 and 97. We'll take both of these together. On page 96, they talk about rippling triplets. Well, that's just what they call them. We have a sequence. We've talked about sequences before. It's a set little pattern of notes that goes up or down the keyboard. And if possible, most of the time, we like to finger each little pattern of this in this sequence the same. Well, here we're dealing with 3 notes at a time. They're triplets. You can tell they're triplets because they're beamed together 3 notes at a time, and there's a little 3 in that. That indicates triplet. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, or triplet, however you count it, that's just 3 notes. And we're starting here, and each time, because we're going to go up, each time the thumb just comes up 1. And we just do the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the coming down is the same thing going the other. Just start on 3 each time. Each pattern starts on 3. This is very common in piano, so this is good practice to get this. Left hand's the same thing. It's here, start. And then going down, thumb. You can do both hands together. Just mirror them. Go opposite direction. Start here, and the right hand goes up, left hand goes down. Because you're using the same fingers in each hand. Then come out. It's good practice. I mean, you can go the same direction, it's a little harder. Yep. Very common, and it's a good idea to do that. They get you the hand shape and all that junk. Yuck. Just relax. Your hand will be in a shape, whatever shape it's in. When you relax, that's fine. You just put it on the keyboard and play the notes. And you're just going to stick the thumb up here to go up, or you bring the little finger, or the third finger down a little bit. Just one key. Just leave your hand there. You don't have to do any fancy shape and nothing. Just, ugh. Then, broken chord etude. I do want to talk about this bit. An etude is a study piece. It's usually some technical thing. In this one, it is a study piece on broken chords. Well, imagine that. There's all kinds of patterns for broken chords. This one, they're using the arpeggiated pattern, or you start at the bottom note and you just play all the notes in the chord up through the top in order. Or start at the top and go down, either way. This, and we're using an A minor chord to start here in both hands. And we're just playing it. It's arpeggiated. As triplets. 1 and a, 2 and a, 1 and a, 2 and a. Then we do the 4 chord. And then 1 chord. And then the 5/7 chord. I mean, all 4 of these notes is in a 5/7 chord. We don't have to, so the left hand is doing the B and the right hand is doing the G sharp. It's still a 5/7 chord. And then the 1 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord, 5/7 chord, and then 1 chord. Now measure 5. Left hand over to A. There's a little too much information there. You just need the LH2. Left hand is going to play the A and use second finger. You don't even have to use second finger. You can use third finger if you want. It's usually do because the third finger for me is longer than the second and it's easier for me to reach it. And then a block chord. And then the same thing with the 4 chord. And then the last line, now we go up and back down. So there you just make them even. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the dotted half note, hang on to it. In the left hand, that last A has an 8/800, so you go down. If you have a short keyboard and you don't have it, that's fine. Play the lowest A you got. It's close enough. So rhythm-wise and note-wise, that's pretty much it. You have to look down to cross over, the left hand. That's fine. Otherwise, you don't have to look at the keyboard too much, I hope. You got to look down to play the last note, I suppose. That's quite a ways. As far as the articulation goes, well, they're just giving you slur. Just lift up between each one. You don't necessarily have to play the last note in the slur real short. You just lift up. If you're going real fast, you play it short. But you don't have to go that fast. It says moderato. What is moderato to you? It'll be different for everybody. It's somewhere in the middle. Dynamic, just first line is loud, whatever you think that is. And the second line is soft, like an echo of it. The third line is loud again, and you have an accent on the A. It makes that very loud. And the last line, come down to moderately loud, come down. You have an accent on the A, and then you're going to crescendo to loud. Don't get loud to the A. And you stay loud. And that's sort of the dynamics. You learn all this without pedal because we need to hear clearly what's going on. You need to know that you're connecting these notes with the hands. Here, you don't rely on the pedal for it, you do it with the hands. Then you can add the pedal. Okay, you don't need it, but you can add it, and they're changing it with the harmony. Now they're showing overlapping pedal throughout. Now Faber does that a lot. Well, there's suggestions. Let's see what we can do with the pedal. I'm going to push the notes down first and then the pedal. I'm still going to do the technique for the phrasing, even though you can't hear the phrasing. And then I'm going to, and when I change the pedal, it'll be after I play the note. Right there. At the bottom, RAT, to slow down a little bit. Oh, that's fine. And that's pretty much the pedal for it. If you want to hear the phrasing, then lift the pedal up with the hand at the end of each phrase, or each slur. It's just a different style, a different way of interpreting it. It's just you experiment with the pedal and see the different kind of effects it has. Maybe in the third line, maybe I change the pedal for the fourth note. And that's by itself, because then I lose all this other sound. Otherwise, I got all that ringing out. Well, if I change it on the fourth note, all I hear is the fourth beat. Fourth beat? Yeah, fourth beat. Whatever. End, I could lift it up on the A, the last measure, just clear all that out, and then push it down on the second beat. So I'm separating this and this. It's just different ways of interpreting the music. Yeah, use your imagination a little bit. So that last line would be that. If you don't like that effect, then don't do it that way. Just whatever. I'm just trying to give you some ideas with the pedal. I'd like to play this with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the pedaling because I want you to hear the notes, and you can hear them more clearly if I don't pedal. Pedaling's pretty simple if that's what you want to do. So I'll give us 4 counts. Now let's just try it together slowly. 1, 2, ready and go, and 1 and